What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one, y'all. This one is traditional man versus 50-50 man. But I'm going to rename 50-50 man to modern man, all right? And the reason why I'm going to rename 50-50 man, well, because modern man is really what he is. A 50-50 man is a modern man. But all that being said, I'm gonna let these brothers get into it, but y'all tell me who y'all agree with and who y'all disagree with. Without further ado, let's go in.
Man, if you hurt her, you fix her. A woman's our responsibility.
Well, what if I didn't hurt her? She comes in it.
She's your woman, though, bro. She's a reflection of you. We don't rise no higher than our women.
Let me ask you a question. You get in a relationship with a woman.
Praise
Don't you start off good. You start off doing what you're supposed to do, right?
All praise.
And then as soon as you make one step the wrong way, you ain't this. You a nigga. You ain't all this.
Man, no woman in their right mind will just start complaining after one mistake.
It
doesn't.
It happens.
If you're messing with a woman that complains after one time, she's not for you. But majority of women don't complain after the first time, brother. It's the 5th time. It's not even the 5th time. It's the 100th time. And then we looking at the women like, why are you acting like this? Because she can't trust you. She can't trust you to lead. Y'all financially broke. The children are misbehaving, so you're not pouring into your children. She's depressed, you're not pouring into her. And then majority of you weak, cowardly men have the audacity not just to hurt her mentally and let her down financially, y'all have the nerve to cheat. So this is why this woman is bitter. This is why this woman is hurt. Man, she's sad, man. She needs healing, and only we should bring the healing to her. But guess what we want to do? We want to get our passports and run to different countries and make videos about, hey, it's easier in other countries. Why? Because you paying $100 to have sex? Y'all men are buying prostitutes because y'all too weak to deal with the women that you've broken and hurt in your own country.
But
again, you can't make this shit up, folks. You cannot make this shit up.
Man,
Now, there you have it, the traditional man versus the 50-50 man. Now, look, I have a philosophy, and let me keep it real. I decided to write a book. I can't tell you when it's gonna come out, but I'm gonna write a book. But here's the thing: you do have two different ideologies. Now, from what I understand, the brother in the left in the all red Adidas jogging suit is a Muslim. Okay. And I think that's where his traditional ways come from. So he's probably part of the Nation of Islam. The brother on the right is just a modern man. I don't think he's religious affiliated in any way, but he could be a Christian. I don't know. He's just not Muslim, I don't think. So they have fundamental differences on how the women should be treated. Now, let me say this. I can understand where both of them are coming from, but oftentimes I feel like sometimes men treat women as if they are children. Okay, traditional men treat women like children. And what I mean by that is they don't feel like a woman is responsible enough to be held accountable for certain things. They don't feel like a woman is responsible enough to, be take accountability. They don't feel like a woman is responsible or able to manage her own emotions. Okay. If she's broken up or this, that, and the third, it's our job to put a cape on and fix her. And let me tell you, if a man is broke or broken, no woman on the planet think it's her responsibility to either fix that man or put money in his pocket. Point me to that woman, okay, and I'll point you to a wife. All right, but I'm gonna tell you something. In my experience, there is no woman who feel like she's responsible to fix a man, or she's responsible to put money in a man's pocket. Okay, if you're a grown man, you're supposed to be a man and do man things. Well, I'm gonna say the same thing to women. If you're a grown woman, if you're broken, you go fix yourself. So I agree with the brother on the right. Now, what I noticed, and I'm just gonna keep it real, is that the traditional man, in order for him to get his point across, I noticed him using a lot of exaggerations. And when he talks, it just bothered me. Now, I know a lot of women heard that and felt like it was true. Everything he was saying was right on time. Everything he was saying was justified. No lies told. I seen that in the comments. No lies were told. Shout out to the lady who put that comment in. But I'm gonna run this back, and I'm gonna address every fabrication that this traditional man said. Okay, without further ado, let's go in.
You hurt her, you fix her. A woman's our responsibility.
Well, what if I did?
A woman, you fix her. It's our responsibility. No, it's not. Okay. It's not our responsibility. Number one, a woman is a grown woman. Okay? It is not our responsibility to fix grown women, especially ones who do not listen to us. Okay? We have a hard enough time having women even listen to us as men. This ain't even just a black thing. This is just across the board, but it's, I'm talking to my family right now, black people. So that being said, no, it's not our responsibility to fix women. They are not children. Okay, this is what I meant by these traditional men treat women like they're children. They're not. She's a grown woman. She gonna let her tell it. I can't tell her nothing, this, that, and the third. She can do whatever she wants, and she's right. But with that same, authority comes that same responsibility. Fix yourself. Okay? It's not the men's job to fix the women. It's just not. Like it's not their job to put money in the man's pocket. So we'll call that exaggeration number one. Let's go back in.
Didn't hurt her. She comes in it.
She's your woman, though, bro. She's a reflection of you.
She's your woman, though. You're supposed to fix her. She's a reflection of you, as if she's your daughter. Okay? If she is my daughter, I can understand him saying that. But if she's my woman, she gonna do whatever the hell she want to do anyway. Okay? And this country, enables her to move how modern women are moving right now. If the country enables that type of behavior, then they're going to move however they want to move. And as a man, you're no longer held responsible for their outcome. You're just not. She's your woman, though. Yeah, she's my woman. But she's not my slave. She's not my child. Okay? She's going to do whatever she wants to do. It is not the man's responsibility. Let's see if we can catch another exaggeration. Let's go in.
Rise no higher than our women.
Let me ask you a question. You get in a relationship with a woman. Don't you start off good. You start off doing what you're supposed to do, right? And then as soon as you make one step.
Now, it don't seem like he's even listening, but let's continue.
The wrong way. Oh, you ain't this. You a nigga. You ain't all this.
Man, no woman in their right mind will just start complaining after one mistake.
It
doesn't.
It happens.
If you're messing with a woman that complains after one time, she's not for you. But majority of women don't complain after the first time, brother. It's the 5th time. It's not even the 5th time. It's the 100th time.
Okay, it's the 100th time. Another exaggeration. Okay. It don't take women 100 times to complain to a man. Okay, can we be real? Can we keep it authentic up in here? Okay, this is BMR. We keep it 1,000 in here. Okay, 1,000 and change. Now, let me tell you, it don't take that 100th time for a woman to complain to a man. So this is what I'm talking about with the exaggerations, just to try to get his point and his narrative out, because you got to keep in mind, this guy on the left, or this in a all red suit, he has a female audience that loves him. Okay, he's a new Derek Jackson. Okay, he's a DJ disciple is what I'm going to call him. Okay, so you got to keep that in mind, because he does a lot of pandering to the women. The guy is about 5'4". Okay, if he stand up, he probably hit me mid chest. Okay, but at the same time, I kind of understand why he is the simping type, if I want to say, because, you know, being a very shorter guy, he has to, do those type of things to get women. At least that's what I think. Now, a lot of people may not agree with that. He's just a man, and he is a man. I'm not taking that away from him, but you know, when you're up against it, you're gonna have to make some accommodations in order to attract some women. He looked like he got some money. Okay, he looked like he's well-to-do. He looked like he take care of his woman pretty well. I seen him in some other videos, but at the same time, you got to understand where someone is coming from. Now, Derek Jackson not in that position. He's tall. You know, some women find him attractive, I guess, and he don't have to simp, but he does. He got. I don't know. I've always had questions about Derek Jackson, but the way he talks and his lisp is kind of suspect to me. But at the same time, it takes you 100 times for her to start complaining. Bull-ish. Okay? Bull. It don't take that many times. This is what I'm talking about with exaggerations in order to make a point. Let's go back in.
And then we looking at the women like, why are you acting like this? Because she can't trust you. She can't trust you to lead. Y'all financially broke.
She can't trust you. She can't trust you to lead. You're financially broke. All exaggerations and assumptions. Why she can't trust you? Okay? Is this all women? That's ridiculous. She can't trust you to lead. Why? Is she in constant fear all the time? Because I'm going to tell you, I truly do believe a lot of women live in constant fear. And it's hard. If you live in constant fear, it's hard to trust anybody. So if you can't trust your man, you're a fearful woman, and you don't need to be in no relationship. Okay? You should have enough trust in your men to hold you down and to trust their leadership. You're financially broke. Okay? That may be true. That may not be true. Are you saying all brothers or all men in general are broke? That's a huge exaggeration. A huge exaggeration. Okay, again, this guy is making a whole bunch of exaggerations in order to try and make a point. Another thing he said is that we can't be any higher than our women. Let me say this, man. And this is gonna be a little bit of brutal honesty. So everybody, take a sip of coffee, take a sip of tea, whatever you got. Take a sip, relax, okay? Let me be honest, okay? I owe you that. There is no woman on the planet who has been pedestalized more than the black woman. Let me say that again. There has been no woman on this planet that has been pedestalized more than the black woman. Okay? ever since marriage in the U.S. all the way back to Africa, where there were queens and pharaohs. Okay, they were pharaohs. No other society on this planet, no other race on this planet pedestalized their women more than black people. You can debate that or not. We can debate that. Okay? There has been no woman on this planet treated better than the black woman. Now, you might say, oh, that's not true. White women are treated better. Well, you know why white women get the treatment? Because white women hold their position in their place. And what I mean by that is they support their men. They support their men. Whatever the white men want to do, they'll support it. And look, that's just how it works. It works well for them. They didn't even vote Hillary Clinton into presidency. They voted for Trump. Why? Because they trust men more than they do women. What do you want me to tell you? That's the reason why Hillary wasn't president for the most part. Well, she did get majority vote, but still, Trump ended up being the president. But there was a lot of women who voted for Trump. What I'm saying is, and yes, there were English queens. The latest queen who passed away, Elizabeth or whoever. They have matriarchs also in Europe, but for the most part, there has been no woman who has been pedestalized more than the black woman. We can be no higher than our women. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with that, because I think men need to run the community. Men drive traditions. Men drive morals and ethics. Men drive structure in a family. And men need to be leaders of their household. If we start pedestalizing women, then we will, look at what happened to blacks all over the world. We pedestalize our women the most. And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about, so y'all don't think I'm talking about out the side of my mouth here. Okay? Let me give you an example so you understand where I'm coming from. There was a queen, a pharaoh named Cleopatra. Okay? Some say she was Greek, some say this, that, and the third. I think she was black. She was Egyptian black. And that's just that. Her mother was straight black Egyptian, and her father was mixed of Greek and of Egyptian blood. He was considered illegitimate because he had black in him. And he married a black Egyptian woman. This is why Cleopatra clung more closely to Egyptians than she did Europeans. Okay, but I digress. Cleopatra was a pharaoh. She did not really focus a lot on military. She just didn't. Her own military betrayed her, and they went with Caesar instead of Cleopatra. They defected. And when she was reigning as the queen, she made huge mistakes. Even she had to depend on a man who is Caesar. The problem with that is he was really an enemy. Okay, he was a foreigner. The point I'm trying to make is this. Listen. Men need to be the leaders. She was even looking for a leader as a pharaoh, and she was looking for Caesar. Okay? Because she couldn't protect her kingdom. And what happened to the kingdom of Kemet after Cleopatra, it destroyed an entire empire. It destroyed an entire empire under a woman's watch. Ladies, we have to come to an agreement here. Security is paramount. Security is everything. And no one is better at that job than a man. Women are just not as good as men when it comes to security. Yeah, you can get whatever you want, but guess what? It can be taken by a man and an army. So let's let men lead the households. I think, in my opinion, one of the biggest reasons why the people are in the position they're in right now is due to a couple things. Number one, we had too much we gave the women a little too much to handle, in my opinion, and we made critically dumb decisions as far as giving our people away. Those were two critical things, in my opinion, as far as why especially black people are in the condition that they are in. I love women. I think women are brilliant and smart, okay? But there's a difference between being brilliant and smart and holding the line of security, okay? Women and children don't participate in wars. Only men do. And that's for a reason. It don't care. It doesn't matter what you got. If you ain't got an army to secure it, it's worthless. It can easily be taken. So when he say we can only be as high, I know that quote came from I believe it was Malcolm X who said that, and that was his famous quote, and he just requoted Malcolm X. But I disagree with that. I think the men need to be up in the front and to take all the arrows, and if need be, for our women and children in our community. I don't believe in this dual, ruling, or so to speak, or dual authority, because it just get confusing, sloppy, and we see what the condition of single mothers is doing to the households in today's time, and we ain't better off for it. I'm just being real here. We're not better off for it. Clearly, a man in a house is a better solution than just a single mother or whatever. So, all that being said, let's continue.
Children are misbehaving, so you're not pouring into your children. She's depressed, you're not pouring into her. And then majority of you weak, cowardly men have the audacity not.
Hold on. This brother's going in with all of these assumptions. The children is not doing well because you're not pouring into her. What an exaggeration. How you know I'm not pouring into her? How do you know she's even accepting what I'm pouring into her? How do you know she appreciates the stuff that I do for her? How do you know? She's depressed. Why is she depressed? It's all my fault that she's depressed? All these assumptions. And you weak, cowardly men? I'm a coward now? Where you get that from, bruh? You know me personally? You know all men? All men are cowards? You got the wrong somebody. This is what I'm talking about, man. Listening to this brother with all these ridiculous type of, exaggerations just to try to make his point. I mean, he's pedestalizing her. It's all her fault. He's treating her like a child. you know, she's weak, she's depressed, the kids, you're not pouring into her, and all y'all are cowards and this, that, and the third. I mean, he's clearly pandering, right? But if you're a woman, you hear no lies. You hear no lies if you're a woman. Oh, he preaching. Preach, brother. Let's hear some more. So far, we are cowardly and we have the audacity.
Not just to hurt her mentally and let her down financially, I have the nerve to cheat. So this is why this woman is bitter. This is why this woman is hurt, man.
So we have the audacity to cheat, okay? Again, this color purple trope. We have the audacity to cheat? What you telling me all men are cheating out here? Like, no. What are you talking about? Another exaggeration. Okay, this brother can't even complete a sentence without me tearing out. I ain't gonna exaggerate, but let's just say he got a lot of exaggerations all in one breath. Okay, men are cheating, men are cowards. The women we're not pouring into them. They're depressed. The children not getting attention. Who you talking to, bruh? Who you talking to? You're making all these assumptions. And this is why the women are hurt, is what he said.
She's sad, man. She needs healing, and only we should bring the healing to her.
And only we should bring the healing to her. Listen, I'm not necessarily saying I disagree with us bringing healing, but let me tell you something. And this is just an example. It's not an exaggeration, I promise you. If a crackhead don't want help getting over crack, they not gonna do it. Okay? And I'm gonna be very honest here. A lot of Western women are very stubborn women. They're just stubborn, and they can afford to be stubborn because they have the country, covering them. They have the country protecting them, so they can afford to be stubborn. They have protection in laws and domestic abuse. They have easy access to 911. They have the courts are in their favor. Whatever goes down, they have the benefit of the doubt. They have social opinion. They have the public opinion on their side. They have a whole lot of advantages men don't have. Okay? But when you're talking about bringing healing, yes, we can bring healing, but you can't heal somebody who not only don't want to be healed, but don't feel like anything is wrong with them. How in the world are we going to heal women who don't feel like anything is wrong with? And especially if everything is the man's fault. In order for you to get help, you have to admit you have a problem. You think the women are doing that? Point to me to a woman who said, I need some healing because I'm broken, and I will embrace that woman. I think every man would embrace that woman. Don't come to me with this bull, man. Men want to play the leader role and comfort their women and bring them healing. But they gotta look, even an alcoholic has to admit they're an alcoholic before any other work can get done. They gotta admit there's a problem first. And I tell you, a lot of women don't think that they have a problem at all. And they will double down on whatever it is that they're talking about. Again, with all these exaggerations, let's continue.
But guess what we want to do? We want to get our passports and run to different countries and make videos talking about, hey, it's easier in other countries. Why? Because you paying $100 to have sex? Y'all men are buying prostitutes.
We want to get our passports. Oh, so many passport bro haters. And he say we paying $100? Where are you getting this stuff from? Another exaggeration. We paying for prostitutes? Exaggeration, bruh. All foreign women aren't working girls. They're not. Trust me, I know. I know. They're not. All foreign women. You know how many foreign women there are? Billions. Billions of women. And just because a man skip over the pond and go to another land, he's engaging in nefarious acts and all this, hedonism and paying for relations. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. All foreign women are not. That's actually an insult to the women abroad. That's what that is. Because now you're saying they're all hookers or they're all prostitutes. They would vigorously deny that. Okay. And I got they back because I know for a fact myself they not. There are good, sweet, good-natured women who just have a different culture. See, people lose sight of really why passport bros exist. They want a different culture. And I'm going to tell you, in the land of Instagram and OnlyFans, you got the nerve to talk about that kind of work or that kind of prostitution is overseas. That's ridiculous. I'm not saying that there's none that don't exist, but that ain't the passport bros mission. The point is they're looking for love. They're looking for a potential mate. They're looking for a potential wife over there. It's not about, getting with prostitutes. It's not about that. And this brother is making a ridiculous amount of assumptions in order to try and make his point. Let's go back in.
Because y'all too weak to deal with the women that you've broken and hurt in your own country.
Because y'all too weak to deal with the broken women that's hurt in your own country. Y'all too weak? Who the F you talking to, bruh? Ain't nobody weak over here. Okay? To deal with the broken women? Why we got to deal with broken women? Okay? Guess what? Foreign guys, they don't got that problem. Foreign guys, they ain't got the problem we got in the U.S. They not rushing to the U.S. to get a Western woman. They not. I would probably argue, and look, don't hate me for this. I would probably argue that there is no woman that is the least desirable in the world than a USA woman. And the reason I say this is because women in the USA in particular have super high standards. There are men abroad that probably don't have as much as a United States man. Why would a man come to the United States unless he wants a green card? And once he gets that green card, it is a wrap. Okay? Mission accomplished. And the reason why is because he is not used to dealing with the type of women that live in this country. It is the women that are hardest to please in this country in this world are American women. The hardest to please in the world are American women because they have standards that are the highest. Let's just put it that way. And even out of reach of American men. So there is nobody on the world that is in their market that will qualify to please all the women. None. No other country on the planet. You could probably talk about Europe, even there. Okay? Women don't understand in the USA that they've priced themselves out of dating. That's really the problem. The more inflation goes up, I think the worse the expectations of women are going to go up. Women expectations follow inflation. That's the correlation I'm noticing. Okay? So, whoever their job is to get whoever is getting this bag from this inflation. If you're winning from this inflation, then I deserve you, whoever you are, as a man. That's how women think. But look, traditional man versus the modern man, who is right? First of all, I'm gonna say they're both right for who they are, but in modern times, I'm gonna have to go with the modern man. Okay, and the traditional man is working off an old software, okay, that has not been updated to the new conditions. Okay, he's working off of old software, and he hasn't given you an update on it. So the modern man, he downloaded the update, and he see what's happening out here in the dating world. And look, like I said before, that pool is polluted with all kind of toxic waste. Okay. And a lot of traditional men don't see it that way. And if they have insecurities and yet they still have the means to take care of a woman and financially, they're probably always going to think that way because it's working for them. It's working for them. But I don't have no problem with the traditional man. I don't have no problem with the modern man. But at no point should these two be thinking that one is better than the other. Okay, in my opinion, traditional men should get traditional women, and modern men should get modern women, and results may vary. Okay, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll really be interested to know. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. All right, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.